Alicia. Welcome if you're new. If you haven't been around here yet, I love all things homemaking. I love to clean, cook, organize my spaces, share a little bit about our family life, stuff like that. So if you're here for it, welcome. That's what we do. I'm always cleaning something and always cooking something. And we're gonna just jump right into this day. I don't know what I'm gonna call this video yet, as usual. This is kind of like a full day routine, I guess you could say. We'll try to give you kind of a step-by-step as we're going through the day. So on this particular morning, we were home. My husband was working from home and I was home with him. We woke up to a leak under the sink and promptly had to remove everything, dry everything out, and just get our day started that way. So it was okay. It was kind of a bummer, but I think I fixed one of them. There were two separate places where it was leaking, so I think I got one of them fixed. The other one is definitely going to have to be addressed when we change out the kitchen sink. So we're just going to hang on until then and try to limit the amount of water that gets splashed into that spot. But it was such a beautiful morning. Just home and cozy, and I was having a savory breakfast. I prefer a savory breakfast over something sweet. This particular morning I was having the oh gosh, what did I make? Jalapeno beef stroganoff. Seriously guys, just get your favorite beef stroganoff recipe and add, if you like things a little spicy and flavorful, add either like some mild green chilies, chopped chilies, or on this one I did the jarred diced jalapenos, just mild jalapenos. It didn't add a ton of heat, but it really kicked up the flavor and just changed it up just enough that I was like craving it 2 days later when I woke up. And so here I was, like, 9:30 in the morning, having a nice big bowl of jalapeno beef stroganoff and some berries. I need a little fiber in there. So I've really been trying to be intentional about taking time for myself in the morning without just scrolling. So what that has looked like for me over the last couple days is just getting up, sitting at the table at the dining room table, and sitting there enjoying the view out the window, having some coffee. And it's important to note that just getting up out of the bed has been a game changer. Actually, this morning I laid in bed because I didn't have to be anywhere. School was canceled again. We'll get into that more later. But I just laid in bed way too long this morning. It just felt good and cozy. But what was I doing? I was scrolling. I was on my phone. And then I was like, before I ever even got out of bed, I bought something off Facebook Marketplace. So there you go. A little bit into my dirty little secret of, if I stay in bed too long, my whole day usually it's just railroaded. And so getting better about that habit, I won't say getting out of it because I'm not out of it yet, just full transparency here. Getting better about it has really helped. So this was about 10:30, I got up from, I was actually like just doing meal planning and different things like that. And then I was like, okay, what do I want to do the least? So the thing that I want to do the least, the thing that needs to be done the most, that's usually the same thing. So this was bedroom and bathroom. So my bedroom, I don't know why, it gets so incredibly dusty so fast. It's like it's like we have no air filter or something. It just all collects in my room. It's so frustrating. But anyway, it has to get done quite frequently. So I'm just going to go through here and put some things away, dust off the furniture before I start to vacuum. And I want to mention really quickly, just take note of all the white walls all throughout my house. It's starting to really kind of get to me. While I was so I just loved it when we first moved in because everything had been so chaotic, and I was like, I can't even wrap my mind around what I want to do for decor in this house. But since we've been here and I've been able to just be kind of calm and relaxed and enjoy this very neutral space, I have been mentally painting every wall. So or putting wallpaper or whatever. So just know that I am like cooking up some serious home decor and home design ideas that I hope to be able to share with you throughout 2025. And you can see Ryan sticking his head in to remind me that his sister's car had broken down and we needed to figure out what to do about it. So he had taken it to have the battery tested and found that it was the battery and that it needed to be replaced. So that should be the end of the story, right? No, it wasn't. It's a BMW, and so you cannot change the battery yourself. You have to take it to an authorized person that knows how to change that battery out. La 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 la. Long story short, it was such a pain in the rear, and we ended up I had to hustle and get through my cleaning and then go rescue him because he unfortunately didn't know all of that before he disconnected the battery and shut the trunk, and the battery's in the trunk. If you know anything about BMWs, you know what a pain it is. I do not recommend one of those, especially for a young adult who really could care less if her car functions. I mean, as long as it gets her to work and back, that's all she cares about. So, had not been properly maintained, yet I digress. This was just the battery. It happens. This was a very, very cold couple of days, and right before we had a super big snowfall. So we were thankful that we were able to get it taken care of just before it started to snow. But anyway, it threw a wrench in this day. I was a little bit irritated, but at the same time glad that we were all home together to be able to take care of it for her.
The place I call my home. I was looking to belong when I already found my home. To belong when I'd already known that you would be there when the rains are gone. Like a light in the night, you will always be my home.
Whew, I was surely working up a sweat vacuuming this headboard and footboard. My gosh, it was so bad. I keep thinking there's got to be some reason why we are getting so much dust in this bedroom. Like I said, I had been a little bit interrupted, and so I had to kind of quickly rush through this part of cleaning, but I got it done. It was kind of one of those bare minimums when I really, really wanted to do a lot more in here, and still I need to get so much more done. We had to go and take care of the car situation, so I was just kind of rushing through, and like I said, at least I got it done. gonna be real with you for a few minutes here and show you my closet situation. So I would say, let's turn this light on. There we go. I would say like 7 times out of 10, when I do my laundry and I get it laid out, I will put it right here. Or I'll just like leave it on the chair in the bedroom or on the table and like pull from it, because I don't have a whole lot of clothes and I just kind of wear the same thing over and over again. That needs to change. When we moved in here, I had every intention of keeping everything very neat and organized, but I haven't taken the time to do it. I haven't spent time in this closet organizing it yet. And so it's become just like overflow. Why do we have 8 million pillows? I don't know, but we do. And all the extra ones are in here. All the extra blankets are in here. And I'm like, just put it in my closet, just put it in my closet. All the extra decor that I don't know what to do with or don't know if I'm going to use, well, not all of it, but a good portion of it. Some photos, art. My closet has just become the catch-all for the house, and it's got to change. Like, I don't like have a thing for shoes. I don't do fashion. I don't need to set this up in a way that's like the most aesthetic thing you've ever seen. But look at all this space I have, you guys, and I'm not using it. I don't even know what this is. What is it? Oh, this is a bag that I forgot that I even had. I got a bunch of clothes from what's this called? Cupshe, for holiday outfits and New Year's Eve. Some of it didn't fit. I've had my summer shorts just sitting up here on top of the dresser since we moved in. I'm telling you, this has been like my dirty little secret. This closet just gets completely overlooked all the time. It's just throw it in here and forget about it. But this situation here is driving me nuts because I've been trying to keep the bedroom more peaceful and calm and not have piles of things in the bedroom constantly, which that's not really happening either. They're still there, but my clothes, I'm trying to be more mindful to put them away. So I'm at least getting one step closer, right? One step closer. We don't have enough storage space in the little cabinet in the bathroom for towels, at least not the way that I have it set up. So I need to rethink that cabinet as well. I need to do so much, you guys. Why? There are still boxes. I still have boxes in here from when we moved in, and I have so much space in this closet. It could be so nice. I have to wrap my brain around this. I just have to. I have to do it. I have to do it. And then the other problem with this is you're thinking, that looks like all your stuff. Well, if you've seen in previous videos, we have 2 closets. So let me show you here. This one is Jason's closet. Light comes on automatically, but here we need a little more light. This is Jason's closet, and he hasn't been able to organize his stuff and put things away in here because I am also using this as overflow storage for things I don't know what to do with yet, and I don't know where to put them. So this is like curtains. This is all curtains. Probably not even going to use them, so I could take them out and either sell them or donate them. There's got to be a better spot for all this, right? Like supplements I just cleaned out of the pantry. I need to go through them, probably throw away 90% of them again because they're expired. What is this? More sheets. This is winter, I think winter stuff, and bags and backpacks and stuff that needs to either go in the trash or be filed, like old paperwork. And then over here, he's done his best to, you know, use the space wisely, but his closet's actually, I think, got more space than mine because he needed to store, 87 different guitars and amps and equipment and whatnot. So, but like, he's at least done some purposeful organizing here. He just has to. He can't function otherwise. But like, I just feel bad that this whole side, look at this. Like, the amount of space that we could be using with purpose. Ugh, not going to beat myself up, but also going to give myself a black eye real quick because this is so frustrating to me and I need to get a hold of it. Like, now. So I'm going to have to like really with purpose think about this space, spend some time in here off camera, really getting a good plan together. And then when I feel like I can tackle it, I'll bring you guys along for it. But here, let's get a really good before. I will save this portion of the video for when I can give you a super satisfying before and after. Because this is just ridiculous. Look, as soon as I walk in the door, like I have that much space. How ridiculous. Get it together, man. It's gonna be so satisfying. Okay. With the final saga of the car situation. We had to decide who was going to go pick up Bishop from school because one of us had to go get Ryan from the auto parts store where he was locked out of the trunk. And thankfully, he's such a smart kid, thankfully he figured out how to get the trunk open. So when I rolled up with the jumper cables, he was able to just connect them to my battery and to the something in the car. I don't think he even connected to the battery. I don't remember what he did exactly, but he gave the car just enough juice to be able to unlatch the trunk. There's no keyhole. It's just a whole thing. Anyway, enough about that. It was stressful, but we were finally all home and ready to settle in for the evening and made a delicious dinner. So let me tell you about that. Okay, I used the garlic butter shrimp from Costco from the frozen section, and I followed the instructions and sauteed that. I roasted some cherry tomatoes with extra virgin olive oil, pepper, a little bit of chicken bouillon, fresh garlic, a little sprinkle of oregano, and some lemon rosemary salt. Then I just added all of that to the pasta after the tomatoes were roasted and swished it all up, added a little bit of Parmesan Reggiano. Delicious. I want to insert a sweet little montage here about how this day as a mom felt like so many things were going wrong. I was feeling pressed on all sides for, there was impending snow. We just got word like maybe 20 minutes after we ate dinner that we weren't going to have school the next day for Bishop, which was so exciting and so fun. I mean, it turned our focus away from the things that were going wrong with the leak under the sink and the car situation. You know, we found out that was going to be like $600 to get her car fixed. And then also she was going to need new tires pretty immediately. So just, it felt like a whole day of just wham, wham, you know, like so much expense and so many things going wrong. But at the heart of it all, we were all together. And, you know, here really soon, here we go again. Gonna get in my mom feels here. Sorry, forgive me. Here really soon, that's gonna be really, really different. And that is like, okay, that is what keeps me focused on the joy of homemaking, the joy of this is their home. You know, my kids have been with me now almost 23 and 21 years, and that's not lost on me, you know, and that season is drawing to a close rather quickly with our daughter, who will be getting married this year, and then our son who will be leaving for the Air Force very soon. So just try to remember that. If I can give you any advice in the midst of what feels like constant struggle and constant dishes and constant toilet scrubbing, you truly will miss all of that someday. And after all that beautiful dinner and the whole day, I still had to deal with this under sink situation. I had to dry it out again and let it air out, and then I had to just kind of put everything back in the best that I could. I lined it, as you can see, just with something that would keep it from getting on the painted surface again. Oh hey, but one bonus came out of all this. I found that disgusting pine scented power wash and poured it down the sink, so I only had to smell it one last time. That stuff was absolutely terrible. If you happen to get duped and buy some of that too, let me know down in the comments below. Wasn't it awful? Dawn, don't do it again, please. Now giving you one last look here at the chaos that was still there after I finished up all that stuff, and then taking out the trash, just the normal end of the day things. My boys usually do this for me. If I get it out, set it outside, right outside the garage door, and then have them take it out to the main trash, you know, as long as they get it out there and I don't have to trip over it, then I'm not screaming at them. But most of the time I'll just take it and set it outside, and then they'll handle it from there. Yay, our sourdough starter was ready to go, and I thought, well, it was supposed to have one more day of feeding before I baked with it, but we were prepping for a snow day and I wanted to get a little bit ahead on it, and it looked beautiful, like it was going to be active and actually make me some good bread, and guess what? It did. So I just discarded a little bit, fed it again, and we were ready to rock and roll the next day. I'm finishing up the day, guys. Just, you know, last little finishing touches, wiping down the counter, filling up my water, getting the coffee ready for the next morning. Yeah, it was a full day, but we got a lot done. It's really, really paying off. Just setting my phone aside and focusing on my home and family. It's been such a blessing. And I thank you so much for joining me on this lovely day. Hey, please remember that if you can think of anybody that might like this content, please share this video with them. And if you wouldn't mind, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Thanks so much for being here, friends. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.